Hey, what's up? I'm author Jonathan Fink, and this is my audiobook series. Up next, we have Spirits of the Gridiron, Volume 1, Chapter 7, The Super Conference. It began as reform. In 1998, the Bowl Championship Series, BCS, arrived, promising clarity, legitimacy, a true national champion. For the first time in history, college football would no longer rely solely on polls and pageantry, but on an algorithm, a system, a formula. Yet beneath the incremental progress, something ancient cracked. The BCS served the Power Five. Its bold contracts locked out the dreamers and the underdogs. Schools from non-automatic qualifying conferences could go undefeated, win every battle, silence every doubter, and still be cast aside. Critics shouted from rooftops and barrooms, but the machine churned on. Then, in 2014, the next era was born, the college football playoff. A 14 bracket, a committee of power brokers, the illusion of fairness, the scent of opportunity. Again, it was hailed as evolution, and for a time, it was. Undeniably, more than just the BCS. The college football playoff allowed whispers of hope to echo louder in places long forgotten. But even this new system carried old bloodlines. The same faces returned year after year. Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson, Georgia. The gate was wider, but the path was still guarded. Then came expansion. 12 teams, automatic bids, first-round buys. The people cheered. Fans saw justice. Players saw exposure. Coaches saw recruiting leverage. But the power brokers, they saw something else. Another opportunity to expand their dominance. Veiled behind committee votes and media narratives, a secret framework was forming. Its existence wasn't announced. It was inferred, understood in private phone calls. But the signs were there for those who knew where to look. 40 programs, hand-picked, permanent playoff access. TV networks would fund it. Sticker companies would dress it. Betting platforms would drive it. Exclusive revenue sharing, customized schedules, total autonomy from the NCAA. They would have their own rules, their own governance, sanitized, commercialized, exploited. The Super Conference. And while many hailed it as the next evolution, the football gods knew better. They had seen this before in Rome, in Babylon, on Wall Street. What begins as order often becomes empire. The spirits of the gridiron saw the writing on the wall. A game with no underdogs, no Boise State miracles, no Appalachian State upsets, no passion in stadiums, just brands, corporations, TV slots. They wept because college football, true college football, was never meant to be owned. It was meant to belong. To the walk-on, to the hometown kid who never gave up, to the rivalry game played in freezing rain with no playoff implications and no TV audience, only pride. But now, the balance was tipping. A few fans noticed the shift. Message boards buzzed with warnings. A handful of old-school radio hosts raised the alarm. And still, many others celebrated. Finally, they said, a playoff worthy of the sport. Finally, a league that makes sense. But at what cost? The football gods debated. Some hoped a reimagined NCAA might rise to become steward, not overlord. Others wondered if new alliances, born from smaller programs with bigger hearts, might offer an alternative. But most remained silent, troubled by a single truth. The Super Conference was not the end. It was the beginning of the end. For all its pageantry and promise, the game was tilting towards something soulless. A machine fed by highlights and Heismans, churning out ratings while forgetting the reason it began: to unite, to inspire, to forge community. And so, the spirits of the gridiron did what football gods often do in times of doubt. They watched, they waited, but they knew if the Super Conference came to rule the game, then someone or something would have to rise and challenge it. End of Chapter 7. Up next, Chapter 8, The War for the Soul of College Football. If you enjoyed this chapter, please leave a like, smash it. If you really enjoyed this chapter, please subscribe. You guys take care, and as always, God bless.